Shalom, hi, Chag Sameach, happy Purim. This is the time of fest, joyful, happiness, celebration here in the Jewish nation. The Jewish people are rejoicing that they are still here, that the wicked Haman didn't succeed in annihilate the Jewish people. For such a time as this, God took a young, beautiful Jewish girl and he put her in the palace, and she rose to become Queen Esther, to step in the gap for her people to save the Jewish people. So this is very, very festive. The Jewish people are rejoicing. They are in costumes. This is the time to be in Israel because there is so much celebration. So I'm wearing my little hat today. So if you are in Jerusalem right now, maybe you're thinking, where are all the costumes? That's actually because Jerusalem are celebrating Purim one day later. So when we hit sunset tonight, there's going to be a lot of celebrations. There's going to be a lot of party around town, and also tomorrow, Friday. If you have watched the news, there are two things that is making headlines right now. One, of course, is that new satellite photos were showing a new Iranian military base in Syria. This is a base where they have two big hangars where there are missiles that will be able to strike Israel. This Iranian military base is located only 12 kilometers, about 8 miles from Damascus. This is very, very serious. The Prime Minister of Israel has said, I will not tolerate, or Israel will not tolerate, Iranian forces in our northern border. So of course Israel will have to do something about that, because we all know Iran is this time, or this present time's Haman, who wants to annihilate the Jewish people, and Israel simply has to do what it takes to protect herself. In a few days, Benjamin Netanyahu will be traveling to America, where he will be meeting President Donald Trump on Monday. Of course, they will be speaking about the Iranian threat, the Iranian presence in Syria. The Iranian deal is also up in a couple of months. Donald Trump has said unless there's going to be major changes in this deal, he's going to pull out America, which of course the Iranians are not happy about. So there's a lot stirring around for those two gentlemen, the two leaders of the free world, to talk about. The last thing I briefly want to mention in this video update is that all of a sudden is surfaced in mainstream media yesterday reports about the peace plan that the US administration is working on right now. What came out yesterday, I think, if that turns out to be true, is absolutely horrific. Some of the points was actually that Donald Trump is agreeing to a Palestinian state right in the midst of Israel. East Jerusalem will be the capital of a future Palestinian state. The right of return is not going to happen, and of course that because the Arabs are saying there are millions and millions of Palestinian refugees sitting in camps around the world and they need to come back to Israel. Of course they don't. So there are several issues in this plan that of course is like, what are you crazy? I want to say at the same time, let's all take a deep breath. So much is going on we don't know about. Nothing is ever as it seems. Don't trust the media. Don't trust the Arabs. So these things that came out yesterday was coming actually from Muslim sources. And I want to say for the record that I believe Donald Trump and Bibi have had many long discussions about this. They will be talking again on Monday. But of course, if you know me, you know that I am completely against a two-state solution. There is no basis for the Arabs to demand land from the Jewish people. This is the Jewish homeland that God gave an eternal covenant to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So God forbid that there will ever be a push for a two-state solution. One of the things Benjamin Netanyahu has said the whole time is Jerusalem will never be divided. And he is also saying if there's going to be a Palestinian state, it's going to be without military, it's going to be without weapons. And we know the Arabs are not going to agree to that too. So even though there's a lot of buzz going on, I think Donald Trump is very clever. I think his administration is very clever. Even if they come out and they say, okay, you know, let's negotiate a Palestinian state, let's negotiate dealing Jerusalem. The Arabs will never ever agree because nothing is enough for them until all of Israel is turned into a Palestinian state. And then Donald Trump can say, okay, well, we tried, we reached out, this is what we can negotiate, and they said no, okay, so be it, Israel, you do what is right. So until we have actually seen what is coming out for the US administration, let's all take a deep breath. The one thing we do know is that Nikki Haley was saying, yes, this peace plan is almost ready, and the Arabs and the Israelis are not gonna love this, but they are not gonna hate it too. So yeah, you know, let's see what they come up with. The thing is, this is the Jewish nation, this is the Jewish homeland. There has been Goliath and there has been Haman coming against this nation all the way down through history. They will still come at this nation. Nobody has the mandate to separate or divide the nation of Israel that God gave to the Jewish people. Chag Sameach, happy Purim here from Jerusalem, Jane. Keep standing for the truth and for God. Keep blessing Israel. Thank you all for standing with my page here, Israel One Nation. Mwah. Kiss, love, and hugs, and blessings from Jerusalem, Jane. Bye.